I was a health coach for many years, and I still enjoy teaching. I managed a medical practice for a while, and we actually set up educational programs in the office for people to learn about their diseases and to learn how to stay healthy before they got so sick. So that's one of the things why I like to speak, and to get people to understand that, as Ella said, staying healthy is the ultimate goal. It's hard once you're older and your body just kind of goes downhill. You've got to try and fix everything. Once something's broken, it's a little hard to fix it. You can do it, but it's a little difficult to fix it. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about attitude and how it affects what we eat. What's attitude? Anybody want to give me an idea? What is attitude? We talk about it. What is it? Anybody?
How you feel about things.
How you feel about things? Okay. It is. It's according to the dictionary, it's the way you think or feel about something, or how you react to something. Sometimes the behavior isn't always good. Attitudes are either positive or negative. Negative to the point of aggression. Did you ever have anybody pass you in their car and they're not very happy with you, blow the horn, do whatever? Aggressive driving? Absolutely, and there's more and more of that today if you look around. Well, let's look at attitude and how we deal with it in our health, with our health. A lot of times people will say, am I going to age well? Maybe not when you're 20. Once you hit that big 4-0, it's like, wow, I'm getting up there. 90's looking pretty young, so is 110 right now, Am I going to age well? When I get older, am I going to be healthy? And that's part of that is genetics. What's my family health like? Do I have a lot of sickness in my family? Because again, there are some genetics that play a part in that. Am I in control of my life? How many of you can sit there and say that you are totally in control of your life? It's hard sometimes, isn't it? It's hard sometimes to be in control. Studies have shown that there is a correlation between your health and actual health events. There were studies done at Harvard, and they also showed that there's a boost in your immune system when you have when you have a positive attitude. Think about how you feel when you're positive. You smiling? You could take on the world, right? What happens when you have the bad attitude or you're stressed? The world's on your shoulders. That affects your body. A poor attitude can come from very poor eating habits, as Ella told you. Very poor eating habits. We have people that get up in the morning and they have a bottle of Mountain Dew for breakfast. I used to have students that did that. A bottle of Mountain Dew for breakfast. Whoa. And then they wonder why they can't pass their exams. I see some smiling, so I'm wondering if I hit a nerve with some people, huh? If you have low levels of the B vitamins or low levels of zinc or calcium or iron, all of these deficiencies, again, as she has said, people link it to depression because your body isn't healthy. Your body isn't healthy. Can your attitude be affected by the people around you? Oh, yeah. Absolutely. There are people around you that will either see the glass half empty or half full. How do you perceive the glass? How do you perceive the glass? I call it the Eeyore effect. Many, many years ago, I went to a Disney seminar and I was taught the Eeyore effect. There are people who are Eeyores and they are Tiggers. What does Tigger do? Bouncy, 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 bouncy. What's Eeyore do? Woe is me. I prefer to be a Tigger. I may get on people's nerves, but I prefer to be a Tigger. And you will find that there are people in every place that you go, whether it be a classroom, where you work, there are Eeyores and there are Tiggers. It's hard for a Tigger to be around an Eeyore all the time because it can change your attitude if you allow them. That is the key. Are you in charge of your life? Do you allow somebody to affect the way you feel? And sometimes it's difficult when you're around somebody who is woe is me all the time. How many Tiggers are in the room, do you think? I'm willing to say I'm a Tigger. Yeah, I try to be a Tigger, absolutely. It's difficult some days, but I try very hard to be a Tigger. Attitude can be also affected by a lack of faith in a higher power. You got to believe in something. You got to have faith in something. Poor education, because people don't understand the correlation between attitude and health. Do you know someone who can walk in the room and light up a room? Aren't they fun to be around? Do you ever know anybody who can walk in the room and you thought the lights went out? Absolutely. And I usually sit on the other side of the room when they're over here because it's very difficult to be around them. Do you realize that we give off an energy about us when we have a positive attitude or a negative attitude? We give off a positive energy or negative energy. In Chinese medicine, and Jen is very good with this, it's known as your qi or your aura. Again, that person walks in the room and you feel really, really good or really, really bad. It's their qi or their aura that they're giving off. I put a quiz in there for you, so let me ask you, and you can answer it on your own. Do you smile a lot? Think about it. Do you smile a lot? Do you do a laugh? Do you belly laugh? A good belly laugh is really good for you.
Diane, any more handouts?
Yes, there's some here. A good belly laugh is good for you. Do you know that children laugh 200 to 300 times a day? We're lucky if adults laugh 20. Is that not sad? Yes, we have issues. Yes, we have work. Yes, we have family issues. We have all that. But you got to be able to laugh. We look at a child and we are so amazed and we love to hear them laugh. We love to hear them laugh, but we don't do it. We're so serious. Why? It's so bad for our health when we are that way. Do you rate your life? Do you ever sit down and really rate your life? Are you happy or are you successful? What do you consider happy? What do you consider successful? Some people say, well, I can't be happy unless I have $1 million in the bank. Well, good luck. Good luck. Some people feel that they have to have money to be happy. I've seen some people who have very little and they're happier than anybody. It's not about what you have, it's about what's in here. It's about how you treat other people. It's about how you treat people and how they perceive you to treat you. Granted, you're going to have some negative people that are going to not just be nice, period. But you can't allow them to upset you. And that's the key. That's what's difficult. If you're not sure if you give off a positive energy or not, ask a friend. Tell them to be honest with you. You may not want to know the answer. You may have a family member who you would like to tell them, show them the paper and say, hey, can we talk about this? Maybe it's not good. I don't know. But maybe there are people that you're working with or you know who are not happy and are negative, and maybe you can kind of find out, you know, I've really started eating better and I feel better. Really? Well, why does that make a difference? Well, I went to this seminar and I learned about this. You ought to come with me next time. People don't understand that what they eat affects how they look at life. Do you speak kindly about yourself? People will beat themselves up. Oh my gosh, I forgot this, I didn't do that, I made a mistake. I am stupid, I'm an idiot, I didn't do things right. No, we're human. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things wrong. And you learn from it. You do it the right way the next time, and you keep on going. You keep on going. All of these unkind words that we use on ourselves impact our life 100%. That's why we have a suicide rate, especially among teens, that's going up. They're unkind to one another and to themselves. There have been thousands of studies done on attitude and health. Now, not all of them have been proven scientifically, but one of the things they did find is as humans, we respond to laughing, clapping, and smiling. What do we do with an infant? We laugh, we clap, we smile. We do. It's no different. This response actually decreases pain, increases euphoria, increases the immune system, decreases the stress hormones, and encourages human bonding. What do we do with babies? The same thing. As we grow up, we tend to be harsh. Why? Why? Foods that we eat play into everything. Serotonin, as Ella was saying, it's a very important neurotransmitter. It is produced also in the brain from tryptophan. You find that in turkey, clams, oysters, escargot, squid, bananas, pineapple, nuts, spinach, and eggs. Serotonin regulates sleep, appetite, and impulse control. Are you eating healthy? Caffeine, it's really a psychoactive drug, but it's also a stimulant. People use it to wake up in the morning, to stay awake, in order to function. But it also can improve on drowsiness and fatigue, but too much of it can have the opposite effect. Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what influences our mood as well. And low levels of it are associated with depression, pessimism, impulse behavior, bipolar disease, substance abuse, ADHD. Fish, algae, krill, almonds, nut oil, orange juice, milk, and eggs, all of these contain omega-3s. Thiamine, an insufficient amount can cause introversion, inactivity, fatigue, or a poor mood. Cereal grains, yeast, potatoes, oranges, eggs are just a few of the things that have thiamine in them. Iron deficiency is a very common problem all over the world. Iron deficiency anemia causes depression, lethargy, difficult with attention span. you have your broccoli, you have asparagus, you have parsley, seafood, iron-fortified grains, greens, nuts, dried fruits are just a few things that are high in iron. Folic acid. That deficiency is rare. They say it causes depression. However, according to the studies by Dartmouth Education, psychiatric patients are at risk for this deficiency due to poor eating habits, and the drugs that they take limit the absorption of folic acid in the body. So you're taking something to help when it's actually not doing its job at all. Dark leafy vegetables, liver, other organ meats, oranges, grapefruit, nuts, sprouts, any of these contain folic acid. Maintaining a life or a healthy lifestyle and a balanced diet doesn't mean that you're never going to get angry. I wish. I wish. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to get angry. But you're giving your body a chance to not fly off the handle so quickly. I stopped watching the news months ago. Months ago. And you know what? I'm in a better mood. I really am. You know what? Whatever happens, happens. Some people may say, well, then you don't know what's going on. Half the time I didn't know what was going on when it was going on because they changed it. So it didn't matter. It didn't matter. But that's one thing that I learned. I would wake up in the morning and flip that TV on to see what happened. Whatever happens, I can't control it. So why am I going to put myself in a bad mood or in a depressed mood? I can't control it. I can't control it. So I have learned how to change my life so I'm not so stressed out. Stress is a big issue today. How many people say we're stressed? We're stressed. And you can see it on their face. I'm sure you've seen patients that are coming in and they're afraid of you because what you're going to do, and they get stressed. Ella's probably seen a lot of people and treated people that are so stressed out, they don't know which way to turn. Why? What are some things that stresses people?
Life itself.
Life itself. Some people get stressed over the weather. Well, last time I checked, you can't change it. Can't change it. So why get stressed over it? Look at the positive in it. You're alive, you're on 2 feet, you're able to smell the air, to see the sunrise, the sunset, the stars. I encourage my clients all the time. When was the last time you looked up and saw the stars? You are given 2 eyes to be able to see that. Even the blind can see them.
That's right.
They see them.
They really
They really do. The deaf can hear the birds because they know what they're missing, but they hear in a different way. When's the last time you took your family for a nice long walk, or your friend or your spouse or whomever, without your cell phone? Without your cell phone. And people say, well, I have to have my cell phone in case something happens. 40 years ago, I took a walk without a cell phone. If something happens, I got help somewhere along the line. You don't need the cell phone. Take a walk. Talk to one another. Amazing how much stress you'll relieve when you just carry on a conversation. And you can put ground rules down. We discuss nothing negative. Nothing negative. I had one client say to me, so what am I supposed to talk to my wife about? Well, about when you first met? What attracted you to your mate? Those are things you should be discussing. That's what makes your life happy. Not the news. I'm asking each of you here. I know we've got some bad weather coming, but we're supposed to have sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Sunday, I know, is clear, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Get up early enough and watch a sunrise. You've been granted that chance. Get up and watch a sunrise. Get your kids up to watch it. Yeah, they're going to say you're crazy. Do you know what colors are in a sunrise? There are numerous colors. Watch a sunset. Sometimes the sky looks like it's on fire. They're beautiful. When you sit and look at something like that, you'd be surprised at how much stress leaves your body. Something that simple. You don't need to buy a tape. You don't need to buy a DVD. You don't need to buy anything. You've got everything available to you to get rid of the stress. Everything. You've got friends and family. Take them for a walk. Look at the stars. When's the last time you looked at the Milky Way? And if you can't see it from your house because of the lights, drive up the mountain and go see it. When you're 6 feet under, you can't see it anymore. So you're going to let the stress put you there? Take advantage of life. Listen to children laughing. And challenge yourself to do a belly laugh. Challenge yourself to do a belly laugh. When I did my webinars, of course, everybody was looking at my computer and they could hear me. And I would just start to laugh a little bit. And then I'd laugh a little more and a little more till I really had myself into a good belly laugh. And then they'd be typing something in going, you're totally crazy. Or we're laughing till we're crying. It doesn't take much. We are funny as human beings. We're hilarious. I can do some of the dumbest things in the world. And I've learned to laugh. I've learned to laugh. You have that opportunity. Laugh. Challenge the people you work with to laugh. Challenge your family to laugh. Instead of getting into an argument, laugh. Laugh. Your stress level, gone. Totally gone. Poor eating habits, unhealthy lifestyle can end up with you having a chronic disease. Is that what you're looking forward to when you get older? Is that your goal in life? Not mine. Not, oh, she's laughing. Yeah! Look at this. I love it. You could get everybody going here, see? It's not difficult to do. She's going to get me laughing. Okay? Start your day every day on a positive note. Look in the mirror and say, you know what? This is going to be a good day, and I'm a good person. I'm a great person. I like who I am. I'm not like her. I'm not like him. I'm not like anybody else in this room. And that's okay. I was created to be different in many ways. See, she's starting. She must know me. But it's true. We forget to tell ourselves what wonderful people we are. Pat yourself on the back. She's really doing what I asked her to do. This is good. And her face is red and the tears are rolling. I love it. That's what I want. Go to the grocery store when you aren't depressed or angry or stressed. What happens when you go to the grocery store and you're depressed or you're angry or you're stressed? You buy everything. Do you know where the vegetables are at that point? No. Chocolate. That's what you go for. Why? Huh?
Sugar and the fat. Makes you feel better.
Sugar in the fat, and it makes you feel better, but what's it doing to you? Right. It's doing the opposite. People go to the store when they're angry and they pick up very little food. When they're stressed, they pick up all the wrong food. But when you truly think about it, where's all the good food in the store? Outer edges, absolutely. You could miss everything else in the center. Just shop the outside edges. You'll get everything you need to keep your body healthy and keep you smiling. Cost of food? Absolutely. Cost of food sometimes impairs what you buy. But when the nice weather comes, we have good farmers markets. We have as I call it, back the valley with the Amish, good fresh vegetables. I started canning again. I haven't canned in years. But you know what? It's nice in the middle of winter to have something nice and fresh. Nice and fresh to put on the table. Does it take work to can? Yes, it does. There again, family and friends, do it together. Guess what you've got? Smiles and less stress. We say we have no time. You don't have time not to be healthy. I don't know how long we have on this earth, but I don't want to waste a day not being healthy. And I can tell you from a standpoint, years ago, I was not healthy. When I grew up, my mother was the best baker in the whole wide world. And every weekend she baked. And I was a chocoholic. Breakfast was chocolate cake with chocolate icing and chocolate milk. That was my breakfast. That's what I was raised on. Sometimes cereal I would have. I was not a bread eater, still am not. But the sweets, the junk, did not raise my children that way. My children had to have a healthy breakfast because I knew I was wrong. I was teaching health and wellness. I was talking the talk, but not walking the walk. Some of the people know where I've come from because I dropped 105 pounds and started eating the vegetables and the good stuff and got away from the junk. And when you get away from the junk, your body doesn't want it anymore. I haven't had chips in my house, so I couldn't tell you when. And when I do eat one, if they're on a plate or whatever, your body changes. It doesn't want the bad stuff anymore. And it's difficult. It's difficult. I understand. I've been there. It's difficult to make lifestyle changes. But here and here, where you have to realize these two, the heart and the brain, they know what you need. So listen to them. Listen to them. If you're a big-time caffeine drinker, start weaning off. A little bit at a time. Set a goal for yourself. If you don't walk, set a goal for yourself. I'm going to walk 15 minutes 3 times a week, beginning tomorrow. No, don't put it a month from now. Beginning tomorrow. Before you know it, you'll be walking 45 minutes an hour and you'll be feeling so good, you'll wonder why you didn't do this before. Attitude, plays a huge part in our health. You can brush it under the carpet, look in the mirror and say, you know what, I don't have a problem. Or you can look at yourself and say, I have a problem and I need to make changes. I'm always unhappy. I always want junk food. Whatever it is, make the change. Make the change. I put some quotes on the back of your little handout there. I enjoy quotes. When I taught, I always ended all of my webinars with quotes. Look at the quotes. Start your own. Find your quotes that you like. Put them on the mirror. Put them in your on your steering wheel. Do whatever with them, but start your day out with a positive quote. They're excellent. And it starts your mind to change. Just a little bit. But when you do it every day, and every day it's a little bit, before you know it, you've made a change. You need to realize that by you being unhealthy, you affect the lives of those who love you. Big time. I became a widow 5 years ago, and I did some soul searching. And I realized that as human beings, we're novels. And every night when you close your eyes, you're closing a chapter in your novel. But you also close a chapter in those you love. So when you don't take care of yourself, you're putting sadness into your novel. You're also putting sadness into those that you love. What do you want your novel to be like for those who are going to be left behind? Do you want there to be joy in it? Or do you want them to remember you as always unhappy, never wanted to be healthy, always saw the glass half empty? Write your novel. Make it a nice, big, thick novel. Live to be 110 and healthy. Thank you.